referee tonight. Bob Hodges and Kevin Collins on the lines. There's Koharski. Maybe a surprise starter, but really, Greg Millen played well in Game 5. And there he is. He's in again tonight for St. Louis. Now, when it comes to playoffs, you've got to have a playoff goaltender. And the Leafs have one here in Ken Regan. He's been a superstar in this series.
He can certainly take credit for the big win in St. Louis Tuesday. And Doug Gilmour, who's been shut down for 2 games, is going to be looking into the eyes of Dan Daou all night. John Brophy told me this morning that they had to win tonight. It was too much to expect 3 wins in St. Louis.
Gilmour, Federico, and Hunter starting up front for St. Louis. Benning and Ramage are the defensemen, and Salming is out there with Lands, and the Leafs shoot it in. Daou, Allison, and Domfus for Toronto. And right off the bat, Koharski goes to work.
Mark Hunter gets a foolish penalty right away. And you know, Jacques Martin has been saying it for 2 games now. We can't take unnecessary penalties.
First penalty of the hockey game, and it comes after only 10 seconds of play. Mark Hunter for roughing.
Watch Hunter, he's the right winger, number 20. And very shortly into the game here, Domfus is holding his stick. That's why Hunter's mad. Now he kicks his stick out of the way, and here's the penalty right there.
So, Jacques Martin already feels he's in a little bit of a hole because the first goal has been so important in this series. In a check, you see they're coming out, so he'll have 5 and Clark with him. And Lands and Salming remain on. Lehman is finished for the season with a cracked kneecap. That's Clark on the boards. Misses it. And the Blues. Pretty good penalty killers out there for St. Louis. Shooting down the ice. Reeves and Mahar are the 2 forwards, and they're very quick. Ramage and Benning, the defenseman, Salming. The only man there with Reeves forechecking, but he stick handled out and made the move at the blue line offside. And that has been, I suppose, Harry, a bit of a fault in the Maple Leafs power play. They've been carrying that puck. That is 1 man.
Trying to beat 2 or sometimes even 3. You have the extra man, you have to use him. Millen scares the Leafs on the shoot-ins because he's so quick. And he gets out and gets the puck. And St. Louis has done a great job at almost eliminating the Toronto power play.
Iafrate is on now, and Vibe will move up. Vibe can't shoot it, rolls it off to the right. Clark back to Katsopoulos. And Mahar cleared it to the line. Katsopoulos didn't know it, but it hit him. And it was still onside had he played it. Iafrate back. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the Leaf power play. They haven't had a shot yet. Up to center ice. This is Katsopoulos. They're offside again. It hit Benning's stick. And this crowd very worked up, and they want to see at least a shot. Millen hasn't had one to handle yet, for that matter, nor has Leggett, but the Leafs are on a power play.
Well, here are 2 guys that were as nervous as any 2 players. Both of them know the importance of this game. St. Louis is history if they lose, and Brophy has to take the long trip back to St. Louis. But St. Louis has been a team that's dodged the bullet this year and done things the hard way. They had to win 4 in a row to finish first.
Salming again. He hit Wickenheiser with that clearing pass. Lands his back, and Wickenheiser is in for checking. Now it's whipped in off the boards back to the net, and Osborne is starting away. Wickenheiser tried to stop him. Here is Thomas getting some room over there. Thomas coming across the line, speeding in. The puck comes loose, and it's cleared back down the ice by Bothwell. 40 seconds left of the penalty to St. Louis. Leafs haven't had a shot yet. Thomas tried to do it himself. Salming picks up the loose puck. He's going up and had it poked away. The Leafs are unable to get anything going. This could be a big break for the St. Louis Blues. If they can kill this penalty in this fashion, they'll undoubtedly get a big lift. Fired down the ice again, this time a little high over the glass into the crowd. 18 seconds remaining in the St. Louis penalty.
Mark Osborne's silently been a real big leaf player. You know, the defensive type players, the non-big goal scorers have starred for the Leafs. And I thought this young man who they got from the Rangers late in the year played an excellent game in St. Louis, despite the fact he got a goal. I mean all the rest of the good things a guy like Osborne does for you.
And the other guy they got from the New York Rangers, Mike Allison, was a standout in St. Louis.
That he was.
The Blues, their backs to the wall here, with the Leafs leading the series 3-2, and Durant. Clark couldn't find the pass. Off the boards, it comes to the line. Here's a chance for Daou. He didn't shoot it. Here's a shot. A quick one by Clark, stopped by Millen. First shot on goal for the Maple Leafs. A low shot by Clark. Now 5. His shot deflected off the net. Clark is in there with 5. The St. Louis penalty over, and Hunter is up on the play. It's Mahar carrying the puck in to Hunter. Takes his high shot over the net. Now the Blues at full strength do a little hitting now. Nearing the 3-minute mark. 5 didn't see it. Bregan out of the net. Dumped it to the corner. Hatsopoulos ran his man Lemieux into the boards. Clark threw a check into Bell. The Blues are in. Lemieux shot. Bregan stopped it. He's without the helmet. Hunter fired it back to the net. Bedard, tried to slip it around Bregan as he did in St. Louis. He lost it. Here's a lead pass. Brad Smith going in. Scores. This place will go crazy. He's been dying to get a goal, and he's a crowd favorite. Look at him standing up for Brad Smith.
Even Ballard thinks it's quite a move. Of all the guys to score the first goal, Brad Smith is the one John Brophy would choose. It ignites his team and the crowd, and what a move he makes. Millen gambles on the poke check and loses. And Smith, who got a nice pass here to get into clear, makes the Leafs look good with a good move, and nobody turns this crowd on like Smith.
2:55, the time of the goal. Clark assisted. Where did he get that speed?
He could hear that guy from behind him, and he wasn't going to let him catch. He doesn't get in on the goalie alone very often.
The Leafs lead 1-0. Here's Allison up there. He tipped it back out over the line. The Leafs are offside with Lands coming in. Daou was trapped.
Wendell Clark makes a lovely pass to put Smith in the clear. And Smith makes a lovely play on Millen, who I think realized who it was and figured, well, Smith doesn't get in alone on goalies very often. Maybe I can catch him by surprise, but he didn't, and it's 1-0 Toronto.
Benning coming back for St. Louis. His team now down by a goal and a game in the series. Benning dumped it off to the corner. Iafrate back there with Salming, trying to take it away from Cavallini, and did. The two players hit the ice. Bourgeois moving up. Cavallini left it for Paslowski, and Iafrate pinned him. Now Daou out, down the right side. Daou coming across the line, trying to go around Benning. Hit the side of the net. It bounced around the goal. And the Blues, Cavallini got it out to Paslowski, up with Gilmore. Gilmore, so slippery going in there, but this time rolled to Regan, he cleared it. Now dumped it to the middle. Now Bush whacked at it, and Millen will have to clear it. Paslowski dropped it back. 1-0 Toronto, and the Blues move it up. Bothwell hit by Inachak, bouncing puck in front of Regan. Stopped by Natras. He was hit immediately by Inachak. Gill bumped around by Reeves, but got the pathway to Dom Foose, and then he was hit by Reeves. Now out to center. That's Rick Vide trying to find room. Couldn't get a shot away. A weak one went in there. Millen stopped it. Inachak might be getting a penalty. Inachak was upended. It's St. Louis getting a penalty. Inachak has the puck. Regan on the bench. They have the extra man on now. And here's a chance for Ladd. Shoots. Drilled it wide. The Leafs, the extra man, they still have it. Now it's grabbed by St. Louis. And here's a cross-checking penalty against the St. Louis Blues. Gilmore is going off.
Rick 5 gets a shot on goal here. It's a weak one. And over to the right of your screen here, as Inichuk comes into the play, Gilmore right there cross-checks him right into the board.
Gilmore in the penalty box. And again, the Maple Leafs with a man advantage. 1-0 Toronto. And the Blues kill the first penalty, and they shoot it down the ice to start this one. 3 seconds eaten up in the penalty. Now Toronto moving it. That's Osborne. Dropped it back. Courtnall shoots it from outside the line. It went in. Thomas going in after it. It comes back to Salming. On the boards to the line. Thomas reaching in. Here's Salming again. Soft pass right in front of the slot. Back to land. Shoots off the leg. Blues trying to clear it. They do. Knocked down the ice by Ramage.
One thing that hurts St. Louis in a penalty-filled game is that Ramage and Benning kill the first half of all the penalties, play all the power plays, and it's a long night if there's a lot of each of those.
1-0 Toronto. Here's Osborne coming in after it. Osborne had it taken away, and Benning lifts a high one. Over Katsopoulos down the ice. 55 seconds left in the St. Louis penalty. Their second of the game. And the Leafs start down. 5 shoots it as he hits center. Clark in after it. Comes back to the Blues. They can't get it out. Now they will. All the way down to the right of Reagan. Katsopoulos back. Netris, the defenseman who cleared that one. Leafs start up again. Late to Netris comes Iafrate. Iafrate put it off his stick and in wide of the net. John Booth is bumped. It comes to Iafrate. He takes a shot. That's off Netris. And the Blues are going to kill this penalty, and they shoot it to center. 15 seconds left in the penalty. And the Leafs come in again. Clark had it knocked away. And it's down the ice. Gilmore gets ready to come back on as Dom Poose circles. He can carry it. Dom Poose, a good stick handler, got in there. Had it lifted off his stick. Gilmore is now out of the penalty box, and the puck was grabbed by him right away. He gave it to Bourgeois. Bourgeois centered it. Dom Poose turning. Moved away from Hunter, and again from Hunter. And then he rolled it up to Clark. Bourgeois took it away from him. Look out! Clark ran into Bourgeois. He hit him hard. That's about a dozen checks he's got from Clark in this series. Center ice, Netris flipped it in. 1-0 is the score. Toronto on Brad Smith's breakaway goal, and he's on the ice again now. Netris headed ahead. Yaremchuk. He's in the lineup wearing number 16 with Lehman out with the injury. Clark starts away. To Yaremchuk. He can fly. He's going in hard. Yaremchuk with Smith. And he couldn't get the pass over. There's Smith. Knocked it back of the net. Here's Smith again. He was hit, but he got the pass away and went into the crease. Listen to this crowd. They're really buzzing now with Smith going hard at it. Blues can't get across the line. Lemieux was upended up the blue line as they near the 9-minute mark of the opening period. And Tyrion just dumped it to center. Smith up for checking. Went by Smith. That pass hit and down the ice. And the Leafs in control, leading by a goal. Start up. Tyrion had to turn around and couldn't get Root's pass. Now the Blues are in. Cavallini shoots. Stopped by Reagan. That's his toughest so far. Cavallini's knocked down, and the Leafs get out again. Tyrion comes out with Allison. Tyrion, a little bit tired on this ship now. Wants to get off, but he has to roll it over, and he does. Allison in, but offside is called at the St. Louis blue line. They scored a goal the other night in St. Louis, early in the game, into the 3rd minute. That goal by Fedorko, and it stood up till late in the 3rd period. Leafs finally won it 2-1. Leafs leading here 1-0, first period at the 9-minute mark. Brad Smith has the goal. And the Blues shoot it up to center. Bahar had it poked away by Iafrate. Bourgeois, number 4, nearly gave it to Courtnall. That lateral pass, Benning though, is in. Dropped it back. Another pass going astray inside the Leaf line, and Courtnall decides to clear the zone. Reeves turns, flipped it in. Here's Ronning, he fell. Reagan out of the net to dump it away, but it went right to Ronning, who took the shot, hoping Reagan wasn't back in. He was there. Iafrate starts around the goal. and he was hit hard by Raglan. Thomas coming in now. Shot. Ripped a hard one wide. Iafrady's shaken up on a heavy hit from Raglan. He has gone to the Leaf bench. Fedorko starts out. Natras to Raglan. Fedorko missed it. 5 turns. Got away from Bothwell. 5 in centered it. Inachak failed to reach it. Here's Wendell Clark in there against Fedorko. Puck is cleared out by St. Louis. Natras coming up with it. Natras just rolled it in over the line. Lemieux in against Lance. They're up and up a bit. Comes back in the slot. The Blues. Bothwell tied up, kicked it loose. Inachak flipped it toward the line. A breakaway for Clark at 5, and he's alone. 5. Stopped by Millen. 5 again. At the line, and he has to come out. Millen makes the big save on Rick 5. Clark was with him. Now Inachak. Missed the net on the short side. 5. Knocked it in behind the goal. Inachak given a bump by Ramage. Puck is loose there in the corner. Fedorko kicks it free. Now he rolls a pass on the left side, and Cavallini shrieking away. Rolled it into the right of Regan. 11 minutes gone in the opening period. 1-0 Toronto. 5. Stopped on a breakaway. Allison trying to go in, and he's stopped from moving in on Benning. They push at each other. Don Foose rolled it in along the boards, and the Blues clear it out to center ice. Cavallini going in. He's got a good shot, and Regan kicked it out. Cavallini can really fire him, and he did that time, but Regan had the angle covered beautifully.
Yeah, well, he didn't have to move to stop it. It was a bullet, and Regan looks confident. He had that angle cut right down.
Regan out of the net, chopping at it as Gilmore was coming in there. The Leafs lead 1-0. Nearing the 12-minute mark, and Ramage has to be careful going back in there. Comes right down to Regan. Some heavy work going on in behind the play. Daou broke his stick, and he goes now to the Leaf bench. Smith on the ice again, and here's Iafrady coming in. Sends the pass back out over the line. And the Leafs are offside on that play with Salming trailing. And of course, we'll be watching the scoreboards from out of town tonight. And there's an important game. Hartford and Quebec. And boy, they're having a whale of a series, they're telling us. Quebec on the verge of pulling an upset. Going to be easy, though, against the Hartford Whalers. Hunter coming up the center. Flip one in. That's Regan. Firing it to the corner. Therrien, a pass to the line. Intercepted. Therrien gets it again. Rolled it out to Yaremchuk. Therrien and Smith go in. Here comes Smith. Crowd going again as Smith goes in there for checking. He's knocked down. Smith nearly intercepted that pass. It got out to Hunter, though. Then up on the left side, Fedorko going in. Fedorko looks for it against Salming, and Lance comes back to help for Therrien. Therrien turns along the boards and starts out for Toronto. Up to center, flip one in, and the Leafs will make changes quickly. Nearing the 13-minute mark of period number 1. 1-0 Toronto. Bourgeois fires one in. Mahard trapped it. It goes for Reeds back of the net. He's taken out of the play. At the line, Ronning shoots one. It's deflected right to Reeds. Reeds back to the line. Bourgeois to the other side. Benning's shot is blocked by Rick 5. Now Gill goes back to the net as Regan stopped it for him. Cleared it on the boards down to the St. Louis line. 6.5 minutes left in the period. Here's Ronning going in. Oh, what a glove save by Regan. He has done that so many times in this series, and Ronning thought he had a goal there. What's that we were saying, Harry, about playoff goaltending? You saw it again right there.
I stopped Ronning, lets a good shot go, and they put Ronning into play a little bit for Wickenheiser because the checking line for St. Louis has not scored a goal, while the checking